Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show with your host Ram, and we have another 20 minutes to go before the 5th edition of the Indian Premier League 2012 kicks off with a game between Chennai Super Kings, two times defending champions, versus the Mumbai Indians, played at the Chepauk ground here in Chennai. So I'm not going to talk about that, but I'm going to take you down to the Pisara Oval in Colombo, where the second day's play was concluded. And well, what was really, as I was telling in my report yesterday when I was analyzing it, I was telling you that probably the red cherry with Anderson, because the ball was new and Anderson would have been quite a handful. He would be the one who would be doing it. But in fact, what happened at the Sara Oval is something very surprising. It was Graeme Swann was among the wickets. In fact, they didn't offer any resistance. From 238, they were bowled out for 275, thanks to Graeme Swann coming in and picking up the most vital wickets. First, he picked up the wicket of Suraj, and it was caught in the deep by Kevin Peterson for 12 with 1-4. And what was good to see about Graeme Swann and the pitch was that the ball was kicking, the ball was bouncing, the ball was keeping low at times and was very difficult. So the Sri Lankan tail couldn't wag. Angelo Matthews played a lone hand of 57 with 6 fours, but he was also gone as a victim of Andrew Strauss, and therein ended the challenge for Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka were bowled out for 275. Damika Prasad was not out on 12 with 2 fours. Rangana Herath fell to Bresnan for 2. Surangalakmal was cleaned up by Graeme Swann. It was clean bowled for a duck. So 275 all out. And Graeme Swann was the one who really was amongst the wickets today. 28.1 overs, 4 maidens, 75 runs and 4 wickets. And Anderson had 3 for 22, 1 for 51 for Stephen Fenn. And Tim Bresnan got a single wicket today. He had 2 for 47. England, in their reply, put up a very firm reply, I would say, because 275 was the score. And looking at the way Graeme Swann was bowling today, one would have got the feeling that, well, England batsmen are going to find it very difficult as far as the Sri Lankan spinners were concerned. But let me tell you, it was not. In fact, Andrew Strauss and Alistair Cook went on to a century stand. And let me tell you, in 2012, in fact, when they reached the 50 stand, one could have really imagined the relief on Andrew Strauss and Alistair Cook's face, because, as you know, they are just one partnership away from the all-time record, which is as far as opening partnerships are concerned, and that was between Herbert Sutcliffe and well, I don't really remember the other person. Herbert Sutcliffe was definitely it was Jack Hobbs and Bert Sutcliffe. Herbert Sutcliffe were the ones who had the highest opening partnership. So Andrew Strauss and Alistair Cook were one away, but today they added one more just to be one away from that. And what was good to see was Andrew Strauss getting into some form. And today he had his moments, but what he did is he decided to play straight, which was very good on this wicket. And Alistair Cook was also looking very confident. Alistair Cook, as you know, he was a prolific scorer in 2011. And both of them continued. In fact, they put up a good, they first dealt with the pace bowlers, Surangalakmal and Damika Prasad, and then also negotiated the spinners well, especially Rangana Herath, who had none for 46 of 19 overs. And Andrew Strauss would have been relieved because it's a long time since he got a 50, and he made 61 for himself with 4 boundaries. But he really stood at the wicket, had a good look, decided to play straight, and that was what was the key. And Andrew Strauss was the only breakthrough that Sri Lanka could get on the second day, as Tilakatne Dilshan, the part-time bowler, got Andrew Strauss to late cut a ball which bounced a bit, and Prasanna Jayawardene behind the stumps took a good catch, because you needed to have a very quick eye to take that catch, and Prasanna Jayawardene did that, and Andrew Strauss was walking for 61 of 126 balls, a good effort with 4 boundaries. And the stand was worth 122. So that is going to really boost the morale of this England team. Jonathan Trott joined Alistair Cook. Alistair Cook, meanwhile, was getting his customary shots. As you know, he cuts well, he pulls well, and he was onto that. and he was continuing his own way. Jonathan Trott came in and started digging himself in as usual, and Alistair Cook was there, and Jonathan Trott was there to take them towards the close at 154 for 1 when stumps were drawn for the day on the second day at the P. Sara Oval here in Colombo. Alistair Cook was batting on 77 with 7 boundaries. Jonathan Trott was batting on 15 with 1 boundary. 154 1 England finished with, in reply to the 275 put up by Sri Lanka. And the fall of wickets, not the fall of wickets, I would like to say the bowling figures. Bowling figures would be Lakmal, 13 overs, 3 maidens, none for 34. Damika Prasad, 9 overs, 4 maidens, none for 24. Rangana had toiled well, 19 overs, 2 maidens, none for 46. Dilshan, the part-time spinner, the lone wicket taker, 8 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 16. Surzan Edwin Radam spinner was impressive. It was economical too, 17 overs, 4 maidens, none for 34. Now, what is the thing that I would like to talk here? Even though England have put up a good show and they trail by 121 runs. So 121 runs and they have 9 wickets in hand. But what is going to be seen, the pitch, the behavior of the pitch has been a bit different actually. First day it behaved in a different manner. Second day what we saw in the morning when one thought that James Anderson with the new ball is going to be deadly, even though it was a new ball, it was a hard ball, and Graeme Swann actually came in and picked up the wickets. So it was surprising, but also surprising that the Sri Lankan spinners couldn't make any inroads and didn't have much of an impact on the England batsmen, even though Graeme Swann was able to turn the ball, get the ball to kick the bounce. Whether it was the behavior of the pitch, one does not know. But basically the Sri Lankan spinners couldn't get any purchase out of this wicket, and I think one should be crediting England for such a display here at the score on 154 for 1 at close of play on the second day of the second test of the P. Sara Oval. And other than that, Andrew Strauss will definitely take it. He has got his 50 long last. Alistair Cook is looking very, very good, and as you know, Alistair Cook, once he gets set in, he is probably looking at something of 150 plus, because he normally he's very hungry for runs, and he normally scores on a high fashion, in the sense he's always over 150. That's what he really relishes, and that's what he showed us in 2011. So, well, tomorrow again one has to see what happens with the pitch. There's not much for Sri Lanka. I thought England really dominated proceedings as far as the second day's play was concerned here at the P. Sara Oval in Colombo. Well, other than that, I don't have anything else to share on this particular match. But yes, we are all waiting for the 5th edition of the IPL, Indian Premier League 2012, to begin. The curtain raiser today, Chennai Super Kings, defending champions, led by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, one of those intelligent captains in world cricket today, taking on the Mumbai Indians, who have a new captain in this edition of the IPL 2012. Not the maestro Sachin Tendulkar has decided to take a rest, so he will be opening with another new import from South Africa, Richard Levy. Watch out for this bloke who has the fastest century ever in 2020 cricket in this world. Richard Levy, who's thrashed the New Zealand bowling to all parts of the field. So watch out for him. Sachin Tendulkar, the maestro, the master craftsman, will have Richard Levy at the other end from South Africa. And whether fireworks are going to explode today as far as Mumbai Indians are concerned, and whether he could be the answer to the Royal Challengers Bangalore Chris Gayle, who really, when he hits the ball, it's Gale force winds that really sweep the stadium. Whether that's going to happen. But let me just get on to the captaincy issue here. Mumbai Indians are led by the now out of form and out of the Indian team, the all-rounder Harbhajan Singh, who is a great fighter. So what a match we are going to have. Dhoni's Chennai Super Kings pitted against Harbhajan Singh, the fighter and the captain, the new captain of Mumbai Indians. It all takes place here in another 12 minutes time at the Chepauk Stadium here. It's a relay at Chepauk Stadium, so one has to really wait and watch what happens. And I'm sure it's going to be a packed house, a full house, and it is going to be played there in Chennai. So keep an eye, dear fans. I don't know whether I'll be in a position to actually give you a full mark, because I'll be watching the match today. And probably I'll give you a report tomorrow because I need to go to work too. but I hope you all understand, unless and until this is going to be a full-time job for me, cricket, which also pays me, then probably I can do each and every cricket match that is played around the globe. But well, if this is going to be, if since I have to return to work, I wouldn't be able to give you I mean, I won't be able to bring you the report today, but probably I can analyze it tomorrow. But we'll have to wait and see. Well, other than that, dear fans, friends, and subscribers, I will have to end my Cricket Happening show on this note. And let's hope the fireworks start here at the 5th edition of the Indian Premier League 2012 in Chepauk. That's it. And you have a fun time watching the IPL 2012. Goodbye.